We set adrift in search of fact.
Wide, because you see how they're kind of like going in and then you feel a little wobbly. Okay? The wider you keep your feet, the more grounded you're going to feel. Without like doing a split. Okay? Don't be ridiculous about it. Alright? Hands are up. So we learned our jab. That's our left hand straight shot. Okay? I don't really care how fast you can do something or how hard you can hit anything in this class. I really just care how properly you're doing it. Okay? So technique first. Then comes speed, then comes power. But today, technique. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to hit out the same exact punch, but on the right hand side. And we're going to call this one cross. It's coming from behind, it comes from behind and up, but it's the same exact thing. Okay? Alright, go ahead. 5 crosses. Cross, 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 cross. Your son has issues.
Have run with this.
Alright, if our toes point at the back, we want to hit with the inside of our foot or our toes or some funny stuff, right? So yes, non-kicking toes always point away from the back. Okay, so like if you're kicking with your left, your right toes are pointing to the back. Okay, so let's try 3 more on the left. 2, let those toes point out. Good, 3. Okay, so like don't even come with them pointing the back, come with them facing.
Where's the business?
Technique first, right? Now reset. There you go. Hands up. There you go. Alright, what were those called? Yes. Can you go through anything quickly until you right? Okay. Up, we learned all the punches, switch kicks, round kicks. Okay. Push kicks. We're literally going to get some push to the back. Hands start up by our face, like the round kicks, our kicking leg is back. Okay? But this time, the ball of our foot is going to come to the back. So we're going to do 2 right push kicks. So which foot should be back? Yes. Okay? So my hands start up on my face. As I pull my body forward, my hands go down to my waist for momentum. Yeah, and I literally push back. So, and then I land right back in home base. Go ahead and try that 2 times on the right. Switch your feet. Nice. 2 times on the left. Step. There you go. Yeah. So it might feel like the beginning, but left foot forward, right back. Until you master this, then we'll switch back. Good. Alright, take your gloves off. I'm going to teach you how to do it. Doesn't matter which one. Just when you take your gloves off, you always want them off to the side of the room so you know there's some gloves underneath, okay? Because we are moving so much and we are taking them off and stuff, we want them off to the side. Doesn't matter which one. Again, left foot forward, right foot back, right? So you feel like a puzzle with your partner. Okay, straight shots. So anything jab, cross, or straight up at my chest height. Face this way. Okay, and they're always like midline of our body. Yes. Right? Don't ever want to like that. Right? They should never be up there. But we don't have enough to think about, willpower. Okay? Alright, so these are hooks. If I ever say like multiple hooks, like left and right hook, left and right hook, left and right hook, right, left, right. Okay? Alright, so we're going to start that first happy combo. It's going to be jab, jab, cross. You're going to take your left hand over me. I'm going to duck. I'll listen for preparing for that right there. Okay? And then we hit, step, and then you're going to go up. Once you're ready. Okay? Jab, jab, cross, drop. Right, jab. Okay? Yeah, cross. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. So I'm going to do it with my right, but you're going to send that directly to the left. So it's okay that I'm using there's this one. So this up. Can you see hitting my cross? Okay? Yeah, cross. Stop. Just be careful you don't adjust it. Okay?
Alright, so could you describe a typical day in the workplace of a personal trainer or a
Ooh, a typical day in the workplace of a personal trainer or kickboxer. Well, since I do both, I'll tell you about both. Personal trainers wake up very early and they usually go to bed very late. We don't always practice what we preach, but we try. So we try to eat as healthy as we can. We try to prep our meals, but our clients show up late sometimes and they kind of mess up our schedule. And then kickboxing, I don't know. It's a little bit more structured because you have the class time and whoever shows up, right? There's not really a chance for people to cancel per se because you can always count on at least a couple people being there. So, but my days are very long.
So what made you decide to do kickboxing?
I was personal training for 3 years and I got burnt out in the gym. So then I was looking for something different to keep me motivated.
All right, could you describe me one of your most interesting experiences in the gym?
One of my most interesting experiences in the kickboxing gym or
Either or.
I think every day is interesting because I get to see new people every single day, and that's the coolest part about it. But I guess the best thing, and not maybe most interesting, is just learning, little things about each individual person and kind of like what makes them feel motivated and supported, or what makes them feel shitty. Am I allowed to say that? Probably not, right?
You can edit it.
Huh? You can? Okay. What makes them feel bad, or what gets people going. So I think that's what I like most about it, is the variety.
Right, that's cool. Could you describe one of your most challenging experiences you've had?
Most challenging experience I have is when someone cancels, because I get very close to all of my members and I dedicate so much time and energy. So I try not to, but I take it personally. It's very hard for me not to, and I've been learning to not, but it's a little bit more intimate than a gym setting where people are canceling left and right? But here you really invest a lot of time. It's a community, it's a family. So when someone cancels, it's very challenging.
What exercises do you do daily?
What exercises do I do daily?
Yeah.
Personally, well, that depends on what day it is. Mondays or chest? No. So it varies. I do 1 to 2 big major muscle groups every day, and then I break it up. Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite exercise?
What is my favorite exercise? Straight arm lat pull downs are my favorite, but they really are my favorite exercise, and obviously kickboxing is my favorite exercise.
So obviously kickboxing is what you do.
Right.
What's your background in kickboxing like? Where did you start?
Well, my coach is Scott Palangi, who taught me kickboxing and all of this, and then my mentor is Joanna Ruvolo, who owns Palangi, Pennsylvania, and they're my family too. So, I did a certification with Scott, and I owned a studio in North Carolina, and then here I am in Colorado.
Right on. And also, to finish it off, what does your diet usually consist of?
What does my diet consist of? When I'm on point, it's usually 5 to 6 smaller meals throughout the day, consisting of a protein, a carb, and a fat, depending on, pre-post workout meals. It varies a little bit, kind of like how much carbs I'm having or how much fat I'm having. But generally it's pretty boring by other people's standards. But I'm human too, so I eat normal things. I go out to dinner and I have drinks with friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. So.
Right on.
Cool.
All right, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Well, when I was in middle school, I played soccer. I played soccer my whole life, and I moved when I was in middle school, and I played for a year. I tried it out. I tried the team out. You know, I tried to like it, but you know how teams are. They bond at an early age, and so I didn't really fit in. So I kind of stopped playing once I got to high school, and then I was like, well, I'm not, I felt really inactive, so I started running and whatnot, and then I started working at a gym when I was 16, and I quickly moved up. I was assistant managing the gym less than a year after I got there, less than 2 years. And then when I was 18, I was like, I need to be on the other side of the desk. I was watching trainers, I was learning a lot, and I was getting really into it. I really liked being at the gym. I really liked the way I felt when I was working out. So when I was 18, I got my NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine, personal training certification, and I got my first client, I think that same day, or like the next day. Which was like the most exciting thing ever. And I failed the first time, actually. I won't lie, I failed, but I kept going. I had to wait 3 days before I took the test again, which wasn't easy, and it was self-study. So you really have to dedicate yourself. You have to be diligent about what you're doing, and you have to force yourself to read the book and do the work. And so my first test, it was a little disheartening, but I was like, nope, I know what I did wrong, and I went back, and then I, passed it with flying colors the next time. And then, every 2 years, you have to re-up your certifications. You have to do continuing education units. So I do those every 2 years. The fitness industry is always changing, so you want to make sure that you're always reading and keeping up with what's going on and what's new out there and all of these things. So, and then, like I said, a couple of years I was training, and I was spending so much time in the gym that I wasn't taking proper care of myself. And then that's how I got into kickboxing. So the rest is pretty much history.
Your time.
You're welcome.
Yeah.